Yeah, I'm going to show you Editan. This is dry Editan that I have cut, dry, and then I preserve it. I have shown you how to preserve Editan and Atama. And so this is Editan. So I'm going to make use of this dry Editan to prepare a delicious Editan soup. Now for us to do this, you have to turn the Editan into a bowl just like this. You can see it is very dry. So what I'm going to do next is to pound it with a mortar, or you blend it. After blending, I'm going to show you how you can wash this Editan with warm water, or hot water rather, and then use it to prepare a delicious soup. So I'm going to blend it now. Now after blending the Editan, this is how it looks like. I didn't add water while I was blending, and so it is very dry. After boiling my hot water, I'm going to pour it into it and then wash it. So let me turn the camera so that you can see it better. So I'm going to add my hot water. Whenever you want to prepare this Editan soup, after you have dried the Editan, you must use hot water to wash it out because of the bitterness. If you don't use hot water to wash it out, it will be very bitter that you might not be able to eat it. Though some people cook it just like that without adding hot water and wash it out. Back home in my place, my mother and my father, they used to eat theirs like that. They don't wash it with warm water, and it will be very bitter because they believe that that bitterness used to cure many diseases in the body. So I'm going to sieve it out. With my sieve, I'm going to sieve the Editan, but these sieve holes are too big, and so I'm going to add my sieving cloth so that all the Editan will not finish, because if I use only the sieve, all the Editan will go out. So I'm going to sieve it. It's okay. In fact, I don't know whether Editan and the bitter leaf, which one is the most bitter, because the two leaves are bitter. So I don't know which one that is bitter than the other. It's very hot. You must make sure you wash the bitterness out. If not, you will not be able to eat it. This water is very, very bitter. So I'm going to throw it away. So I'm going to change the water. You have to hold the edges of the cloth very well so that it will not leak. The water is all out, and so I'm going to loosen it and then put it in a plate. I have finished washing the Editan. This is how it looks like. After washing the Editan, I'm going to set it aside and then show you some other ingredients that you need for this delicious Editan soup. These are all the necessary ingredients that you need to prepare this delicious Editan soup. Yeah, this is the Editan that I have washed. I have shown you the dry Editan, and I've also shown you how to blend it and then boil water and wash it properly just to extract the bitterness out of it. And so this is the finished product. So this one now is just to put it in the pot and then prepare your soup. You also need water leaf for this delicious soup, because I'm not going to make use of ayuk or palm kernel, and so you need water leaf and palm oil to prepare this delicious soup. You also need your meat. This is my beef, very fresh meat. You equally need your pepper. You can as well make use of fresh pepper if you have, but for now I'm going to make use of dry pepper. You equally need chopped onions. This is grounded crayfish, and also some seasoning cubes. And then you also need your salt to taste. The first thing you need to do in preparing this delicious soup is to wash your meat properly, which I have done, and then add it to your pot, season it, and then steam it. So we are going to steam the meat now. With your pot on the fire, you need to add your meat and also add your chopped onions. So I'm going to add the seasoning cubes and also add your salt. You need to add some pepper. Remember, whenever you're steaming your meat, you don't need to add water. After that, you need to adjust it and allow it to mix properly. You have to cover it and allow it to cook for 20 minutes before adding water. Wow, we need to check our meat. Yeah, after 20 minutes, you need to check your meat and then see if it is soft. The meat is soft, and so I'm going to add water. Remember, you need to add the water based on the quantity of soup that you want to prepare. So this water is okay. Once you've added water, you need to add your dry pepper. So I'm adding pepper. You need to add the pepper based on your taste. After adding pepper, I need to add the dry fish and also my Titus fish, and also add your blended crayfish, and then stir it properly and allow it to mix. You need to cover it and allow it to cook for 3 minutes before adding palm oil. Yeah, we need to check our soup. The soup has boiled very well, and so we are going to add palm oil and allow it to cook for 1 minute before adding water leaf. The soup has boiled properly, and so we need to stir it and also taste for salt. You need to add the water leaf. Yeah, after adding your water leaf to your soup, you need to stir it properly and allow it to mix. And then you need to cover it and allow it to cook. As soon as 3 minutes is over, you're going to add your Editan leaf. You can see me adding the Editan here. And so after adding the Editan, you need to stir it properly and also allow it to mix. And then cover it and allow it to cook for just 2 minutes. And then you put it down and serve. My soup is ready. I hope you have seen how I prepared this delicious Editan soup. Editan soup can be eaten with eba. It can be eaten with fufu. It can be eaten with wheat. Please don't fail to prepare this Editan soup at home for your family. You can see how fresh it is. If you love this video, don't forget to thumbs up. Please share this video with your family and friends. See you in my next video. Bye.